What's the use of getting sober when you gotta get drunk again? Oh, hey, I know you guys. But you're not all here. I'm going to wait a minute. I'm going to wait so you're all here. Listen to that. I'm playing. That's funny. We're going to start into an endless feedback loop. Let me know when you're all here. We'll get this thing rolling. Rolling on down the track. Ain't no use in coming back. Anyway, hey. Are we here yet? Am I here yet? I'm here. All right, we're here. Welcome to Cocktales with Tiki King, episode number 9. Number 9. Here we are at the Tiki King bar. Once again, we're here every week, sometimes in between, but you're not. I'm here. Maybe you're not here. You should be here. You should come on by sometime. But make sure it's when I'm here and when we're pouring, because otherwise you're going to be standing outside the door complaining about why I'm not here. That happens. But, you know, tonight I reserved you a spot. Here we go. And you're here now, so put that away. Hey, look at that. There's something here. Can of something. I think we'll make something out of that. So tonight I'm here to talk to you about my notes. Now tonight, let's start with a recap of, who tuned in the madness last week? The madness last week. We were at Damon's in Glendale, and we had a lot of Mai Tais. And I'll tell you, the thing about a lot of Mai Tais is if you stop at any point, there's some you're going to have to pay for them. And I don't mean like money-wise. I mean, you might wake up in the morning and think, that was a lot of Mai Tais. You'll try counting them, but that hurts your head. But they call that a hangover where I come from. I don't get them myself because I find it's a waste of time between the next session of drinking. Which brings me to my point. If you find yourself in need of a little pick-me-up, a little something to get the blood flowing, to get the brain juices squeezing out through your eyeballs in a messy fashion that you'll have something to wipe it up with, it's going to be a big deal. But if you find yourself needing a little pick-me-up, I'll tell you, the Bloody Mary, one of my favorites. We found ourselves in need of not necessarily pick-me-up, but just drinking a bunch of them over the past week, which led me to the place I am here now with you and this stuff, the drinks. So Bloody Marys. How many have had a Bloody Mary out there? Well, I've had a couple. You guys? Anyone? I bet you have. Don't lie to me. Oh no, I'll find you a bitch. So the Bloody Mary, what is it? It's tomato juice and vodka is the base. That's the basic thing. When it came to be, it's hard to say. Like all cocktails, pretty much every cocktail, there's somebody who's going to say, "Oh yeah, it was so-and-so's bar at so-and-so, and they named it after their friend, and it was this person, and they called it this because of that." But you can't really tell unless it's written down. That's the thing. Some people say that it was after Bloody Mary's of Mary Queen of Scots. Bloody Mary, no, one of those. Some person in history by the name of Bloody Mary, and you guys are all going, come on, do your research. But lots of different things about where it came from. But the first known documented case of the Bloody Mary didn't occur until 1939. And it was in an article in the New York Herald Tribune, which was citing, it was an article talking about a comedian at the time who used to frequent a club in New York called the 21 Club. And it was a comedian, George Jessel, and he invented a new pick-me-up drink, and it was all the rage, and everybody was ordering it because it was fantastic, and you could be a comedian if you drink it. And it was just easy. It was 2 ounces of vodka and 2 ounces of tomato juice, and you chug it down and repeat those, lather, rinse, repeat, do that sort of thing. And I'll tell you, a couple of those, why not? You have a good time. But now, tomato juice and booze has a long, luxurious history. There's not, I kind of wonder because there's a lot of different types of drinks that you can make with just that. You can go to 7-Eleven and go in there, and probably in the back case there's going to be a 40-ounce bottle of chalada, which is tomato juice and beer. Sometimes it's clamato juice and beer, which I'll tell you, shotgunning one of those things first thing in the morning will cure pretty much anything, as long as you can keep down. But yeah, there's that. There's people I know who drink red beer, which is just beer and tomato juice. There's a so mixing beer and tomato juice, not a new idea. People have been doing it for a long time. They mix all kinds of things with tomato juice and vodka, and mix vodka with other things and bouillon and all kinds of whatnot and so forth. But when you think of the Bloody Mary, most people are going to think about the one that actually came into being mostly around 1964, where they started adding a little higher ratio of tomato juice, putting it over ice, adding lemon, a little bit of lime, stalk of celery. The whole garnish thing started coming to being. People started putting all kinds of stuff into it, and that's fine. Speaking of that, I'm gonna put my own stuff. I'm gonna put my own stuff in me. You know what I mean? So there's that can, mysterious. So we have a cup here, and I'm gonna put some ice in it. You notice there's a celery stuff. I'm gonna put that in there first because it's easier than trying to shove it down in the ice. Remember, you don't want to shove it down. Put it in first. So there's that in there. So we got a glass of ice. Fantastic. We've got some. This is a spicy hot name brand tomato juice. I'm not sure if I'm allowed. Am I allowed to say name brands? No, I'm not. That's why I do that. This is a bottle of Tiki King Popsicle vodka. Guaranteed to ale what cures you. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to put in the tomato juice. Put that in, start pouring a little of this vodka in there. And we're going to go half and half, slightly, until we get about halfway. Then, we'll take a couple other things we got hiding out back here. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Lemons and limes. So we're going to squeeze some lemon in there, but not all of it. Be gentle. They're your friends. We're going to squeeze some lime in there. Then we're going to go ahead and put a little more of this stuff in there. I'm being very scientific about my ratios. So there we go. This is vodka and tomato juice over ice, a little lemon and lime. This was probably the beginning of when things started to go crazy, which is fine because from there, we talked about garnish. Garnishing, is this a garnish? I don't know. It's Worcestershire sauce, which is good stuff. It adds a little bit of saltiness, a little savoriness. It adds all kinds of dead fish and stuff that's good in there. Tabasco. Now, if you're hungover, I recommend spicy stuff because it makes me feel better if I can't breathe. I'm breaking out in hives. What this is, horseradish, along with it, extra hot. That's always good in there. So that's the thing is, if you're hungover, when you're feeling the need for speed, I'm talking about getting drunk quick, Bloody Mary is a good way to go. Because you can actually, it's a breakfast drink that comes with its own breakfast. That's always good. Let's see, we got olives. Throw some olives in there. Spicy olives. It's my favorite. I didn't bring that. So I'm going to get these out of the jar. Is 2 enough? Oh, 3 too many? These are spicy. What are these? Spicy escabeche olives. This is like the olive equivalent of those the stuff you find in the Mexican restaurant where it's pickled carrots. Good stuff. Throw it in your Bloody Mary. It's not a problem. Peppercini. Why, yes, please. Oh, what the heck? Jar's open. Put a couple of those in there. Why not? Hey, I know. How about some vermouth brined olives? Because we don't really want to have a martini at the moment, but hey, those could go in there too. That would be delicious. So we got those in there. We got our stuff and our nonsense and our business. We're going to squeeze a little more lemon. Like that. More and more lime. Yeah. Just for good measure. More Tabasco. Can you go wrong with that? I don't know. Can you go wrong? Am I not speaking loud enough? I was told that I should get a microphone. Black pepper. Don't forget it. Right on the top there. Another good one, which unfortunately I did forget, celery salt is an excellent addition. on top of that. But this is, here we go. That's my basic Bloody Mary. Let's see how it's spilling it all over. Yeah, that's good. So, garnishes. One thing that's nice about the Bloody Mary is it lends itself to all kinds of craziness. And that can be important when you're drinking, craziness. So, I happen to have here an unnamed list from a Bloody Mary bar where you get to make your own. It's like a salad bar for alcoholics. It's fantastic. But they offer, so you can do kosher salt, lemon zest, lime zest, smoked salt, celery, all kinds of stuff on the rim, the base, tomato juice, tomato juice, V8 juice, spicy V8 juice, all sorts of different things that would be your base. Then you can do vodka. There's 10 kinds of vodka here. Gin. I originally balked at that. But then I thought, done the right way, all those botanicals, the citrus, but it could be good. It could be. Rum. Now that one, you're losing me a little bit. Rum is a little, I think, too, has a little too much personality for the tomato juice. I think they'd fight, and it might not be good. But I don't know. If you've had it and it's been good, you email me, and I'll recant my statements. But not in a public manner, because that would make me look bad, and I don't want to do that. Tequila. But you know what? Tequila, that's actually called a Bloody Maria, which is a fantastic thing in itself. Antigua Oasis one morning, we were all doing poorly, and Moss from Frankie's Tiki Room actually was making us all Bloody Marias. And he put smoked Hawaiian salt, I believe, around the edges, and had some olives and a hard-boiled quail egg. It's fantastic. I had several of those. Crazy Al didn't, though. He sent me to get him one, and I drank it. Don't tell him. Shh. Hopefully he's not watching. So yeah, so tequila's Bloody Mary. Okay, and then they have additions here. Beef broth, horseradish, Worcestershire, black pepper, lemon juice, lime juice, hot sauce Tabasco, Chipotle Tabasco, habanero, Tappy's Louisiana hot sauce, fiery hot sauce, so all kinds of sprinkly stuff put in there. Garnishes. Now, okay, so now we're talking about that. This is my basic stuff. I usually throw that stuff in there too. I don't know why I didn't before. I like it. It's like you just put it all in there. It's good. It's garnish. It's a lemon. It's a lime, and it's a. So this one, they have celery stalk, lemon, lime, red. Oh, I almost forgot. So Maggie Monroe, my producer, we were drinking Bloody Marys, and she said bell pepper. Let's stick that in there. And I kind of went, bell pepper, huh? She said, yeah. Do you mock me? And I said, I don't mock you. I'm just making drinks. Well, we put that in there, and it's good. So I'm glad that I remembered because it's written on here. But jalapeno olives, garlic olives, blue cheese olives, cocktail onions, that's another good one. I usually put those in there if I have them. I don't have them tonight. But cocktail onions is another good one. Put them on a skewer. Put 3 of them, always 3. Good luck. 3 on a toothpick. You get your 3 olives, 3 onions, different kinds of stuff. Pickled asparagus. Now I've done that a couple times. I'm not a fan of asparagus, but pickled okra, same thing. Pickled green beans, I do have to say, good addition. And pickled carrots. Maybe someday I'll show you how to make those on one of these episodes, because a good pickled, hot, spicy carrot, good stuff in a Bloody Mary. And it's nutritious, you know? It's like your breakfast is in here. It's like brunch in a glass. I'll tell you, I got nothing against that. So, now there is, I'm sure everybody by now has seen, they go with make Bloody Marys, when there's a fried chicken and a hamburger and a slice of pizza and, like, who knows, breadsticks and churros and pretzels. Now, bell pepper's good. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I'm usually for all the nuttiness, but it seems like you're drawing away from the true purpose of the Bloody Mary, which is to get you back to where you were, which is feeling good and having a good time. And if you got to eat a whole fried chicken and a hamburger and a slice of pizza, probably not going to be feeling good right away. At least not in my opinion. But with these, in the time that's going to take you to eat a fried chicken, you could have already had 3 Bloody Marys. And I think that's a better bet for banishing demon hangover. But you know what? You don't hear the religion. I'm not on a secret. You don't have to be hungover to enjoy a Bloody Mary. You can make them up anytime. I'm not hungover tonight. I'm hoping I will be tomorrow because I'm going to go make some hamburgers and tater tots and probably half a dozen more of these. Because I'll tell you, this is like a meal drink, and it's in a wait. It's so good. It's got all this stuff in it. It's like you're snacking while you're drinking. But I'll tell you, I'm gonna go home and have that hamburger and go back and forth, and that's gonna be good. It's gonna be tasty. So I encourage you to go out there. I'm gonna challenge you. In fact, I'm gonna say, all of you, go out there, get some vodka, get some tomato juice, and then open up your fridge and just look in the condiment section and start pulling out all kinds of fun stuff, pickled things and hot things and spicy things, and maybe not spicy things, and maybe fresh vegetables and citrus. And I'm telling you, we can all band together and make Bloody Marys, and we can make them out of different stuff, and we can clean our fridges at the same time, and we can go into the pantry and look for a bottle of olives and check the expiration date because maybe your grandma bought them like 10 years ago, and you don't want to open that because there's sediment in the bottom, and if you shake it, the whole thing turns brown. And I had to make martinis out of that once, so that's a whole other story. But what it gets down to is, Bloody Mary, good drink. Even if you don't like tomato juice, even if you think, I don't like Bloody Marys, you can, and you will, and you should. And I think that might be all I have to say about that. Anyway, so I'm Tiki King. You're not. We're here. You're here. Thanks for tuning in on this Tuesday tune-in to turn on, to taste the Bloody Mary, to experiment, to live life, to do fun things, which I hope to do someday. Getting all emotional with this Bloody Mary is really good. But I want to end with a big thanks to everybody who helps make the show possible. My subscribers at Patreon, big help to everything. My producer, Maggie, you can't see Maggie. She's hanging out over there. You saw her, if you tuned in last week, you saw her hiding in the shadows, making this all happen. And I want to say a big thanks to all of you who tune in every week, wondering why you tuned in every week, thinking, is this ever going to get good? Is there a point at which it's going to turn a corner and be entertaining? I promise that you can keep hoping that. That's my pledge to you, is that never give up hope that this will someday be good. And with that, I'd like to say thank you, good drinking, good night. This has been Cocktales with Tiki King. I'm going to make another one.